my deepest and heartfelt sorrows for the loss of your son. Because no man should have to go through burying his child. And I know that you've gone through a similar pain like this with your first wife, and this has got to be heart-wrenching for you. And you have my deepest condolences. Because after all, again, we may disagree on public policy, but you're still an American and you're still a human being. And the proper courtesy is for one human being to acknowledge another human being's pain. This is no laughing matter, folks. Now, the vice president was evidently and truly a very loving and doting father on his children. And he loved his son, Beau, tremendous. You could see the pride in him every time that he and Beau shared the stage. And it is a loss. It is a devastating loss to the Biden family. And I, here at the Rod Eccles Show, and all of us involved in this program, wish to convey our deepest sympathies and condolences to you and your family, Mr. Vice President. So Mr. Biden, Joe Biden, will probably not be running. And with the passing of his son, that may be, the probably not might be in the not running. However, they've got Elizabeth Warren in the not running column. And I got to tell you, I'm thinking maybe the probably not running, but if you give her enough, you fill her head enough that she can do it, she might just jump in there. Now, the bigger things, and that's all we can talk about the Democrats. Oh, the field of Democrats this time around is the weakest I think I have ever seen them. I mean, their top contenders are Clinton and Sanders, and Martin O'Malley. Well, maybe there's Martin O'Malley may not be so bad as far as Democrats are concerned. But that's it. Lincoln Chafee, really? And I can't. Webb, I got to. I'm not so sure about Webb. Don't think, but they're saying probably. I'm not so sure. We'll have to pay more attention to the Republican side anyway, because that's where all the fireworks are happening. And we have those who are definitely running, which are Cruz. Ted Cruz, Rand Paul, Marco Rubio, Ben Carson, Carly Fiorina, Huckabee, good old Ricky Santorum, George Pataki, and Lindsey Graham. Probably going to get into the race. You're looking at Jeb Bush, Scott Walker, Chris Christie, Rick Perry, Bobby Jindal, and Kasich. Not running, we know, is Romney. Now, well, can't blame Romney. He's like, screw you guys. I tried it twice, and you didn't support me twice, so screw you this time. Which is true. The second time, he didn't get all the support that he could have gotten from the Republicans. And I'm talking about the Republican voter. He didn't get it. If I had gone through that, what Romney has gone through 2 presidential campaigns like that, I'd say screw it too. I'll just go ahead and go and fight Evander. Was it Mayweather? Evander Holyfield for a. I didn't see that. I missed it. I wonder if it's on YouTube. It was just it was a charity bout fight type of thing, and they weren't really Romney's like 64 or 65 years old, so he's not going to be able to stay. Well, he's not a prize fighter. But how about we just run down, because, we're looking at 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 people in already, plus 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. We could have 15 people running on the Republican side for the nomination. I'm going to just go down the line of people that I believe have a legitimate shot of gaining the nomination. Now, I'm not saying that they're gonna get it, obviously, and I'm not saying if they get this particular nomination, this particular candidate is going to win the election. But let me go down, and I know I'm going to tick some people off with this, but I'm going to be honest about it. I'm going to be blunt and just tell you what I believe about who actually has a shot at garnering the Republican nomination for President of the United States of America for the November 2016 election. It's nothing to do with whatever happens after that. Or if they might be a vice presidential contender. I'm not even talking about. I'm just talking about who I believe, for various reasons, has a legitimate shot, legit chance. And there are fewer that have a legit shot at getting the nomination than people may think. And I know that, there are some of them who are in the race or are thinking about getting in the race who know that they don't really have a shot. So why are they in the race? Are they getting in because they think that they can bend or twist the conversation and towards their political beliefs? That's not going to, unless you're talking about moving further to the right and being more conservative. You're not going to keep the candidates towards the center, Lindsey Graham. You're just not. No, you're not. Not this time around. Now, you know, George Bush gets in and people think, well, George Bush is automatically going to. No, he doesn't have a lock on it. And I think part of the problem is that Jeb Bush knows that he does not have a lock. You know, he's not being anointed like Hillary Clinton, simply because there are too many strong, vocal, powerful, well-followed candidates who are in the race right now. Now, if the field of candidates look more like on the Republican side, look more like on the Democratic side, then you could say, yeah, Jeb Bush has probably got a lock. But you're talking about very popular people like Rubio and Cruz and Walker possibly getting in. That's the caliber there. You know, the Democrats pale in comparison. But let's just go down the line for a second here. Cruz, legit shot. He's got a legit shot. Will he get it? Now, I'm not going to go into the probably not, but he's got a legit shot. Rand Paul does not. Sorry, you know, you Rand Paul folks, he doesn't have a shot. He's not going to get the nomination. I'm just telling you that right now. Rubio, legit shot. Dr. Ben Carson, nope, not going to happen. Carla Fiorina, as much as I actually like her, not going to happen. Huckabee, not going to happen. Santorum, not going to happen. Pataki, not going to happen. Graham, not going to happen. Bush, legit shot. Scott Walker, legit shot. Christie, not going to happen. Rick Perry, legit shot. Bobby Jindal, this time around, not going to happen. Kasich, I don't even know why. He's like a Graham. I don't know why he would even consider running, to tell you the truth. I have no idea why. I don't know why Pataki and Graham have even, in Huckabee. I mean, out of the ones that should have just stayed home, let me just tell you the ones who should have stayed home. Huckabee, Santorum, Pataki, and Graham. Those four who are already in should have stayed home. No, and just no way in hell. And those who have not gotten in the race yet, who should just, don't even bother. Chris Christie and Kasich. Don't even bother. You have no shot. And I'm going to say that Bobby Jindal. Now, here's a little bit of a twist to the Jindal thing. Now, I don't think that he's got a shot at actually garnering the nomination this time around. But you know what might be very interesting and twist this country in a totally, put him in a tizzy, the left in a total tizzy, is if Marco Rubio got the nod and made Bobby Jindal his vice presidential candidate, running mate. I think Jindal's best shot at getting into the Oval Office right now, today. No, in 4 or 8 years that could change, but I think his best shot at eventually getting to the White House right now is being put on a presidential ticket and him being the vice president. I really do. I believe that is his, because he's got the conservative cred there in a state that isn't, usually very happy or loyal to conservatives. He's got still very good, high, positive, likable numbers in his state. He's done an amazing job in his state as governor. But I don't think he yet has the chops for the presidency. Not this time around. No, it doesn't mean that if, heaven and earth opened up and all of a sudden Bobby Jindal was a nominee for the president of the United States, the Republican nominee for the 2016 election. I believe he could win it. If you take any of the Democrats that are currently running or that might run, whoever their nominee is, because their field is so weak. These are the only Republicans that I feel that do not have a chance of even beating that weak Democratic field. Chris Christie, don't think he's got a shot. Kasich, don't think he's got a shot. Huckabee Santorum, no, Graham, none of them have a shot of beating the Democrats. I'm just telling you, they don't. The others in the field, they do. Now, you're probably thinking, well, why would you rule out Ben Carson? Ben Carson, I like some of the things that he has to say. But there is a problem with Dr. Carson, and there is this slight moderate part to him that a lot of conservatives do not like. And that's fine. There's also that I believe that he doesn't have, and now, this may change when we have some political debates, but he doesn't seem to have the chops. He's too soft-spoken. And unfortunately, in this world, when you're dealing with certain people, I know speak softly, carry a big stick, but the speak softly thing, as soft-spoken as Dr. Carson is not going to work with Middle Eastern dictators, is not going to work with China or Russia and Putin. Not going to. It's going to be worse than Obama. It doesn't mean that he's going to let them walk all over him like they do Obama, but it's just. It's not workable right now. Carly Fiorina, I just don't think she has the name cred yet. She doesn't have the name recognition or the credibility yet. She doesn't. Again, now that could change during the debates, but at this particular juncture, before as everybody who's getting in or is thinking of getting in, there are people. I don't care what happens in the debates. We know what most of these people are like. We have their histories. We know what they believe in. We know what they're gonna bring to the table. We know well. What is Lindsey Graham going to bring to the table that's anything different? Nothing. Just saying, nothing. But Cruz. Now there's a strong conservative guy. Right there. Constitutionalist. He isn't bending or wavering. Yeah, Rand Paul, but there's too much of his daddy in him. Too much. And and frankly, I just got it. He really doesn't look, he looks like what is he, like 50 or something? But he still looks like he's 12. He wears his hair like he's 12 and that kind. He's just not there yet. I don't think he's ever going to be there. Rubio, very presidential. Pataki, no. New York governor, I don't see it. But Bush, well, yeah, I hate to say it, but he's a Bush. He's got the name cred and recognition, so that's a problem to overcome. But Walker, now Walker's got the benefit of doing. Got the benefit of actually accomplishing. I guess we're gonna have to wait and see. But I don't think I'm going to be proven wrong with my list of don't have a shot.